Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Python Programming. Today is Lesson 4. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button for more quality Python. Today we have Lesson 4. Lesson 4, Branching with if and else statements. Computers often need to make decisions about which parts of a program to run. This is because most programs are designed to do different things in different situations. The route through the program splits like a path, branching off into side paths, each leading to a different place. A condition is what are conditions though? A condition is a Boolean expression, a true or false comparison that helps the computer decide which route to take when it reaches a branch in the code. Imagine you have to decide what route to walk each day based on the answer to the question, is today a weekday? If it's a weekday, you take the route to school. If it's not, you take the route to the park. In Python, the different routes through a program lead to different blocks of code. A block can be one statement or several, all indented by 4 spaces. The computer uses a test called a condition to figure out which blocks it should run next. As I said before, a condition is a Boolean expression, a true or false comparison that helps the computer decide which route to take when it reaches a branch in the code. Let's start by branching using one branch. The simplest branching command is an if statement. It only has one branch, which the computer takes if the condition is true. This program I'm going to type asks the user to say if it's dark outside. If it is, the program pretends that the computer is going to sleep. If it's not dark, is_dark, which will be our variable, equals to y, which means yes, is false. So the goodnight message isn't displayed. Let me give you that example. Let's make a variable called is_dark to say that it's dark outside. And let's make an input statement and write, is it dark outside? And tell the user to answer yes or no. Okay? And then let's make a one branch. Let's use one branch. And remember, our first branch is an if statement. So if is_dark, which is our variable, is equal, since we need double equal, since we're not defining the variable, is equal to y, which means if the user answers y, then the computer will print good night and write to show that it's sleeping. This branch over here is taken if the condition is true, which means y. This is our condition with our if statement. This code shows the message in the shell window if the user prints y. Do you want a program to do one thing if a condition is true and another thing if it's false? Here, the computer only does something if it's true. But if we want the computer to do something if it's false, then we have to use 2 branches. If so, you need a command with 2 branches called an if-else statement. This program asks if the user has tentacles. If they answer yes, it decides they must be an octopus. I'll show you the example. Pick a variable called tentacles and make it input statement. Do you have tentacles? We're going to ask the user whether they have tentacles or not. And we'll ask them to type in N or Y, which is no or yes. Now let's use our first branch called an if statement. So if the tentacles variable equal to y, meaning if the user entered y, which means yes, we need our colon. The computer will print, so if the tentacles are inputted y, the computer will print I never knew octopuses could type. which is basically telling you that you are an octopus and you're typing, which is the joke here. Anyways, we need our second branch now. So what if the person answered no, that they don't have tentacles? Then we would use an else statement, which would be our second branch, and print. We'll make the computer print greetings, human. As since you don't have tentacles, you are a human. Next, let's talk about multiple branches. When there are more than two possible paths, the statement elif, short for else if, comes in handy. This program asks the user to type in the weather forecast. Let's make a variable called weather, since we want the forecast, and make that equal to an input statement called what is the forecast for today. And let's make the user answer rain, snow, or sun. Okay. Let's make our first statement, our first branch, which is our if statement, and say if the weather is equal to rain, which means if the user answers rain, then we're going to print, then the computer will tell you, remember your umbrella. Since it's raining outside, you'll need an umbrella. Next, let's use our second branch, which is an elif, short for else if, and make the variable called weather, and make that equal to snow. So if the user answers snow, the computer will print, remember your woolly gloves. Since it's snowing outside, you'll probably need gloves, unless your hands are going to freeze. Anyways, our third branch is our else statement. So if our person answers sun, since that's the only condition left, we're going to use our third branch called else and print, remember your sunglasses. Yeah, remember your sunglasses. Now let's run our code. It's asking us, what is the forecast for today? We're going to answer, since it's sunny outside over here, let's answer sun. See, the computer used the else statement and printed, remember your sunglasses. We can try for each one. If we type rain, remember your umbrella. It used the if condition. What are the forecasts for today? We're going to say snow. And see, remember your woolly gloves. Whoops, typo. Okay, remember your woolly gloves. See, the computer read our statements and responded in an if, elif, or else, using one of our conditions. This block runs if the first condition is true, which is our rain. This second block runs if our second condition is true, which is snow. And this final block runs if the condition is sun. If the condition is true, sun. Since this runs for rain, this runs for snow, and if both of them are false, then this will run the final one for sun, since that's the only other option. But how does this work? An elif statement must always come after an if and before an else. That's very important, guys. In this code, the elif checks for snow only when the condition is set by the if statement is false. You could insert additional elif statements to check for more types of weather. Let's do that. Let's add another weather condition called let's just say hail. Okay, and then let's add another elif statement saying elif, the weather is equal to hail. And then we need our colon, and we're going to print remember your hard hat. Since hail is very hard, so we need our hard hat to make sure you don't get injured. Well, that's the final block of code for this. I hope you guys enjoyed this if and else statement branching lesson. Come back for more lessons later, as I'll be uploading lesson 5 about loops. Be sure to tune in for that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button for more quality Python. See you guys next time.